Unit 1. Language, Lens of Understanding. Scan the QR code and listen to some students talking about stories with their classmates.
They would not listen to the old woman and nearly knocked her down. She could not keep the crowd quiet, but Akulia and Malasha helped her. While the women were shouting at each other, Akulia had cleaned the mud off her dress and gone back to the pool. She took a sharp stone and began digging away the earth in front of the pool. This let the water run out into the street. Soon, Malasha joined her and, with a small stick, helped her to dig. Just as the men were beginning to fight, the water ran in a great stream into the street. It ran towards the place where the old women were trying to keep the men quiet.
Someone must be looking for me, for one of my arms is cut off. Then he saw his wife standing next to a big tree. Her face looked as white as a sheet, because she was frightened that her husband had lost one of his arms. She was the cause of him losing his arm. On the way home together, he exclaimed, "Now I am going away. It is better for me to go to the sky, where I give the sign to the people when it's time to plant, and you must go to the water and become a fish."
There once lived a very famous coat maker, Axel. He lived in the western coast of Norway, where white sheep were vastly bred. Axel was very talented for his delicate coat. For years, he had designed coats for many noble families. One day, a very strange disease outbreak killed all the sheep in the area. As a result, people didn't want to wear sheep coat anymore because they were afraid the disease could be transmitted to human. All farmers were bankrupt, including Axel. His fellow coat maker moved to the cities to find job in the cities. Even though life was not easy, Axel decided to stay in that area. Food was very expensive. He sold his house because he could no longer pay the tax and moved to a small hut. Then, he earned living by catching fish in the fjord. It was a cheap work, but it was enough to buy food for his family. He always saved a little money from selling fish. With the money, one day he wanted to buy sheepskin from the south part of the world that people believe safer.